my name is Jasmine Carino, and I volunteer with the Broader View from January 1st to January 15th, 2017. First off, we're going to talk about a Broader View coordinator, Rafael. He was great. He always went out of his way to make sure that our stay in Honduras was safe, easy, and stress-free. He tried to find the best opportunities in the hospital where we could volunteer and actually learn and get some hands-on interaction. He checked up on us at the hospitals every day, calling the doctors to make sure we were okay and that we hadn't left or gotten kidnapped or anything. If we had a less than great day, he would rethink the logistics for the following day to make sure that no days were wasted and that we were having a good time and learning a lot. Something I'm really thankful for is that he would provide transportation to the hospitals whenever he got a chance. That's something he really didn't have to do, but it just shows how dedicated he was to making our stay safe and stress-free. The most surprising thing I experienced about the program, I was pleasantly surprised at how much we were able to learn in the short 2-week time period that we were here. From the first day we arrived at the hospitals, we were put to work, which honestly showed how organized a Broader View is. The hospital staff welcomed us with open arms and understood what we were here for, that we were here to help and to learn. And they, threw us right in there and asked us to start helping them. In regards to the accommodations, Rafael's home is really modern. I was pleasantly surprised that we had access to Wi-Fi. I shared a room with one of the other volunteers, and we had our own restroom and everything. Surprised about the country is that, well, not really surprised, but La Ceiba is really beautiful. It's really tropical with beautiful mountain scenery and the Caribbean Sea just down the street. The most difficult thing to experience about the program was the volume of patients that the hospitals have. The waiting rooms are packed. As soon as you get there, you see all these patients waiting to see the doctor. They have to come down from their homes at 5, 6 in the morning to check in, and once a certain number of patients have checked in, that's it. That's all the patients they'll see for the day. So, if you think about it, going to the doctor, visiting the doctor is a full day event. You're there from 6 in the morning till 3, 4 until you get your turn. With such a high volume of patients, of course, comes a high level of stress for you as a volunteer, but mostly for the hospital staff. You really have to be a quick learner to avoid getting on people's nerves, and remember that you're here to help the hospital, not to make the hospital staff jobs harder. The most difficult thing about the accommodations is probably the cold showers. You get used to it after a few minutes of standing in there, putting one limb at a time, but it's a painful experience every time. And then the diet is mostly rice and beans, so I hope you like rice and beans. Luckily, it's really good rice and beans, so it's not too bad. I don't think I really have any complaints about the country. It's really beautiful here. It's a lot safer than one is led to believe. As always, just be aware of your surroundings. Don't tell everyone your whole life story, and try not to flash your cell phones or whip out all the cash that you brought. Driving here is really crazy, so be careful when crossing the streets and whatnot. Any tips for future volunteers would be for clothing. Don't forget shower shoes or bath towel. I actually forgot a bath towel and I suffered for the first day. When you shower, a lot of the water ends up on the floor, so it's, just have shoes so you don't slip and fall. It's really hot here, so you mostly want to pack t-shirts and shorts. But with that being said, it gets kind of cool at the nighttime, and you're provided with a sheet, but sometimes that's not enough, so I would bring a sweater or maybe a blanket, just so you don't suffer, throughout the night. In regards to donations, the hospitals are really short on a lot of basic medical supplies. If you can, bring boxes of gloves, face masks, thermometers, things of that nature. You can buy medical supplies here, but in my experience, it's a lot more expensive here than it would be if you just brought it from the States. Actually, even non-medical supplies would be helpful. Things like pens and pencils and bed sheets. A lot of times, if a patient doesn't want to lie down in a really tattered old mattress, they have to bring their own bedding from home. So the hospitals really don't have enough sheets. If you are bringing sheets, all the beds are like twin size, so that would be really helpful. Tips about the weather. Again, it's really hot and humid. I think it's even more noticeable because you're walking around all the time from point A to point B. So, dress appropriately. Don't forget sunglasses. Don't forget sunblock. When it's not hot and humid, it was actually raining a lot. Like, we got really heavy rain, and I didn't come prepared for that. So, don't forget to bring a raincoat or an umbrella. Maybe even rain boots, because a lot of the sidewalks aren't paved, so you're typically like walking through muddy streets a lot of the time. Don't bring like brand new shoes. Bring shoes that you're okay messing up, because again, there are muddy streets. Other things you should know: come prepared with medications for yourself, just in case you get sick. I got a really bad allergic reaction to something at the beginning of this week, and I really wish I had brought some Benadryl. Some of the other members got like slight colds, so just come prepared for things you think you might need. Be ready to work. The volunteer days start off really early, and you're working at least 8 hours a day. So make sure you get your sleep, but have fun at the same time. Make sure you make the most out of your trip. Bring money for trips and tourist excursions. I brought $200, and that was just about enough. I would bring like $250 maybe. Honduras is really beautiful. We visited Cayos Cochinos and Pico Bonito, and they're places I definitely recommend going to. It's not too expensive, and just make sure you bring enough money for things like that. Okay, and then the last thing that you should know is to be prepared to throw yourself in there. You really get what you put in out of the program. Ask questions, take initiative. If you wonder anything, the saying, there's no stupid questions. The doctors are really willing to help and willing to teach, but you have to initiate the learning. Nobody's going to hold your hand or, ask you to get involved. Again, you really make what you put in. My experience with the Broader View was great. It was so well organized and very affordable. There are less expensive programs out there, but I really think you could be trading in the organization and the experience that you get out of it. I've traveled with other organizations before, and it's never been this much hands-on experience, this much learning, this much organization. You have someone there with you the entire time. If you have any questions, lots of in-country support, and I really thank a Broader View for that, because it made everything super smooth, and it was a great 2 weeks that we spent here, no hiccups. It was great. I gained a ridiculous amount of medical experience in the 2 weeks, anywhere from scrubbing into ORs to learning how to stitch, learning how to remove stitches, cleaning all kinds of wounds. It was really hands-on, really really personal, and lots of patient interaction. So that was really fun. And not only did I gain medical experience, I also learned a lot about Honduran culture and their way of life here, and you really get immersed into the community and Honduras. Okay, a little bit more about the accommodations. The rooms are very comfortable. Like I said, I shared a room with one of the other volunteers, and I think every room has their own bathroom or access to a bathroom, so that's no problem. They have really good plumbing, so you don't really have to worry about flushing, and if you do, there's probably a problem. You should contact Rafael. Do not throw toilet paper in the toilet, because you're going to have to fill it up and you're going to have to deal with that. Again, meals consist of mostly rice and beans, lots of bananas and plantains too. The food's really good, but I think you definitely have to come in with an open mind and, not be too picky. Plan accordingly if you feel like the portion sizes are too small. Lunch is definitely the biggest meal of the day, but there's lots of options out here. If you do miss the American fast food at any point, there's Popeyes and Pizza Hut and Little Caesars and all kinds of things you can eat out here. In regards to security, again, it's a lot safer than you would be led to think. At least La Ceiba is. I don't really know about other cities. We were only in the airport at San Pedro Sula for like an hour, but there were no incidents here. One of the girls actually even left her purse at the beach, and we still were able to recover it after driving away. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend you do that. Keep up with your stuff, but it's don't be afraid to come here. Security is fine. Security in the house. Rafael gives you a key to your room, so you can lock up your belongings if you wish to do so. You also get a key to the house and to the gate, so you're free to come and go as you please. My favorite memory of this program was definitely being in the delivery room for a natural birth. The human body is amazing, and just having that experience of, witnessing life come into the world was incredible. After the baby was cleaned up, I got to feed it and play with it. It was really cute. I definitely enjoyed that. That was the most memorable day that I had. We also got to see a C-section, and that was pretty cool too. My favorite memory of the country would have to be the impromptu hiking we did at Pico Bonito. It was by far the most dangerous but exhilarating thing I've ever done. We crossed a river and hiked up a trail for like 2 hours until we found this natural pool in the middle of the mountains, and we got to swim in it, and it was really fun. The water was super cold, but it was beautiful. And then it started raining, and we had to hurry back to land so we could make it home safely. And we did all of this for $1 with no guide, of course, but it was a great experience. Communication with a broader view prior to the trip was really great. They answer any questions that you have in a timely manner, and they're really there to work with you to make sure that every aspect of arriving into the country is thoroughly planned out. There really won't be any gray spaces, and if there are, you definitely ask, and they work that out with you. They try to make sure that everything is safe and that you're not left without instruction at any point of your travel. Finally, I learned about a broader view through friends that I had met previously that used this program before to travel to other countries. I would really recommend a broader view. And if you need any other information, you can reach out to Broader View, and they can give you my contact information, and I'll be more than willing to answer any question that you may have.
Thank you, Jasmine, for being volunteer with the Broader View Honduras. Have a safe trip home, and we hope to see you back very soon.
Thank you.